Well, hello there, it's yourself. It is Baltic. Greetings from the Siberian Black Lodge. Well, that's probably what it feels like now. It's been a wee bit chilly here in the UK, even for us that live in the tropical climate of the south. It's been Baltic, and so I've been in here for the last wee while trying to heat this place up, and we're almost there. We're almost there, so I'm having to hold the mic now because, you know, I'm zipped up. I've got myself a wee dram, which is chill filtered because it's freezing. Non-chill filtered, you can see it's a wee bit hazy. Tropical goodness, confectionery sugar, pineapple cubes, waxy, delicious. You know what I've got. You must know by now. Had to pour myself a wee one of these, try and warm up. Look at that, see, you can see, that's how cold it is. Probably not ideal for storing whiskey, but I have been trying to heat the place up every day and dehumidify it and look after everything, but you know, it's probably better than it being boiling hot, which is a summer problem that we'll come on to. But aye, welcome back. I did a live stream last week and I explained my absence. I was ill. I get laid up from about the 22nd, 23rd of December, straight through, and it was a bit of a nightmare. Hold on, it's not that cold anymore, heating up. I get laid up, we were ill, so my 12 days of Christmas challenge fell away, which I was really gutted about because I was enjoying it. I was enjoying the challenge of trying to make a video every single day and get it up and get it live, and one of the videos I was going to do is this video, so you're now getting it in 2025, but it's still relevant, still to the point. I want to get this out tonight, so I'm going to try and make it as less showy and flashy as possible, so I do apologise if you're not happy with the production. Make your own, you know, it is what it is. But, and happy on this, let's not start off on the bad foot. As I said, did the live stream last week. Thanks everybody for tuning in that's watched it. Thanks everybody that joined live. I'm trying to do them more regularly. I was going to try and do one yesterday. I couldn't get around to it. There was too much going on. I won't be able to do one next week, but the week after, we're going to aim, I think, for every fortnight on a Saturday. So just keep an eye on Instagram, Drinkswhisky. I'll post on YouTube as well and try and give as much of a heads up. We're looking at about a start time of about 9:45, 10 o'clock maybe at the push, couple hours, and it's just going to be quite easy going, chats about drams, chats about whiskey, whatever topics are coming up in the world of whiskey, and we'll take it from there. But everybody that joins in and watches live seems to enjoy it, so I'm going to keep doing that. But you're not here to listen to me rabbit on about live streaming. You're here because the title says it all. My best whiskey of 2024. Now, I'd set out to record this video last week on the Friday. I was feeling a bit better and I thought, right, I'm going to go somewhere really nice to do this. And I drove down to the O2 and I was trying to get parked because I was going to do it in the cable cars going over the Thames. I had setting and everything, and I was going to get a cable car, set up my shot, blah blah blah. Here's my whiskey of the year. Nice, something to bring it to life a wee bit rather than be in here. And I couldn't get parking, so I was going to look for a parking space, and as I was turning right, plenty of time, so I thought, and a bus came into the back of me. So that was fun. Car's currently getting repaired. I'm fine, thank God. So this video's been a long time coming. I feel like it's been cursed. I flung it up. If you've seen my Instagram, you'll already know what I picked, but I thought I'd give it a wee bit more context than that. So it's been like a great year for whiskey, personally. I've been here, there and everywhere. I've tried drams and bourbons. I'm going to coastal bourbons and American whiskies and world whiskies drams. I've tried drams I would never have dreamed of. I've been to craft distilleries, I've been to some of the big hitters, I've been to whiskey shows galore, I've been to tastings, I've shared drams with friends. It's been fantastic, and that's all you can hope for across the year. I realise I'm still holding it. I'm going to clip it on. There we go. So I'm in a fortunate position where, especially in London with the tastings and stuff like that, you get to try a lot of stuff. So in terms of BTAC, I tried all the BTAC, the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection last year. I tried all the Pappies. I tried the Double Eagle Rare. I tried OFC. Like, American whiskey's unbelievable. From a Scotch point of view, there's been some amazing whiskies. Like, I'm going to just highlight some of them. A few of them are actually, there's 2 of them there. These Springbanks. That local barley, as you can see, thankfully I've got another bottle in the house. That was for me night and day from the 2023 bottle. It was so good. I loved it. But it's not whiskey of the year. The same reason that the first cask strength that came out last year, which I prefer over the other one. It's like picking your favourite child type thing, but fantastic. But I never picked that because a lot of people can't get them. And I was trying to think long and hard about, like, what did I enjoy last year? I enjoyed the Glengarry 12. Great value bottle. Really punching above its weight for what is that, the kind of standard bottle of sorts. Maybe I should just hold this. I've tried, like, there was Ardnamurcans, great Ardnamurcans came out last year. There was some great Campbelltown, the North Star chocolate soup. I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed some of the other North Stars that came out last year. Thompson Brothers, just the majority, I would say, of what I had from the Thompson Brothers last year just knocked it out of the park. And the ones that never, just because it wasn't really my palate, it wasn't for me. American whiskies, as I said, I got to go to Glens Creek and tried mad whiskey that was getting made there, boutique, old bourbon style, fantastic stuff. The premium OCD, the premium OCD, unbelievable. I went to Bardstown Distillery Company, had a bourbon company or other. I'm getting caught up in what I'm trying to say. They were unbelievable. The Discovery series, if you've not tried them, phenomenal whiskey. I tried Ryes. I did that mental tasting of over 20, which you can catch that video on the 12 Days of Christmas stuff, where I went to Low Country and we tried all these different types of American whiskies and a couple of rogue ones flung in there. It's been a mad year. And a final shout out, only because I saw it, I got this as a Secret Santa gift from my whiskey group. The Indre Cask Strength Drew, fantastic dram. Their stand at the whiskey show blew me away. The stuff they were putting out, it's been a mad year. It's been great. But when I went to these whiskey, I'm using the whiskey shows as an example. You try tons and tons of whiskey in one go, and there was a dram that kept just kind of coming back to me. And I tried it and I really enjoyed it. And then I tried it in Edinburgh when I was pretty late in the day, let's put it that way. And I remembered it, and I tried it in London again and I really enjoyed it. I tried it in Glasgow again, I really enjoyed it. And I looked at it, you can still buy it. And when I spoke to friends and people in my whiskey group and that, this dram came up and people were like, it's so good, it's so good. And I mentioned that if you watched the Whiskey Tube Christmas Roundtable that I hosted, I brought it up there as well, and the general consensus is this is a really good bottle of whiskey. And so it's that. It's a Kuboken 15-year-old. This is the 2023 release. And when I was going to make this video originally before Christmas, I never had a bottle of it. For shame, but I was going to get one because I was told by some family, oh, I'm just going to give you some money, you can put it towards a bottle of whiskey, and this was a bottle I'd earmarked. But I drank so much of it throughout the year that I just knew it would be good. And then on Christmas Day, Boxing Day I think it was, Selfridges had a sale, and normally this retails about £75, £85. It was 50 quid. So done, came, got it. It's just really good. Why do I like it? It's 50%, right? And that's not a hindrance, it's not a benefit, but I'm just saying it's 50%. But the people that have made it have obviously compiled the cask and went and tested where it lands perfectly on the palate, and at 50% it drinks phenomenally well. It's so good, so good. I'm not going to go into the history of Kubokin and Tomatin, but it's Tomatin Distillery up on the road to Inverness, past Aviemore. I never got the chance during the summer to get there. It's on the list, because it'll be on the list when I'm going to Dornoch, because that's on the list as well. But it's up there. They only make it a couple of weeks of the year, from what I gather. And so they're 15 years old. There's stock in there that's older than 15. Bear in mind, this is the youngest age it can be, is 15. Fully matured in Oloroso sherry casks. And it says its character is decadent with sun-dried fruits and smoky exotic spices. It is. It's just got this lovely wisp of smoke. It drinks really easy. It's really enjoyable. It's Christmassy without being too sherried, too Christmas cake forward. It just delivers on the palate. You can sit and really enjoy yourself with it, spend a lot of time, or you can drink it and just chat away to people. It sits in that perfect balance, and I think that's why I brought up the 50% first. I think the proof point of it gives you enough to the mouth feeling it cling on, and you could sit and analyse it and really get deep in your thoughts with it, or you could just sit and enjoy it and not get too deep into it. And so that was it. That was my standout for the year in terms of just readily available to most folk in most places. Surprising, because I think there's so many of these, and correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but I'm going to keep calling it Kubokin. It could be Kubokin, doesn't matter. They release quite a lot, and I think that might be a wee bit of hindrance for them. Like, there's the creation or whatever they're called series, and there's this and there's that, and it can get lost. But the 15 just stands out as this just a proper drinking whiskey for drinkers, if that makes sense. I know there are drinkers and there are for drinkers, but I hope you understand. If you're watching this, you probably understand what I mean. I had a friend ask me, someone asked him, he'd done someone a favour, and he said, I'm going to get you a bottle of whiskey. And he had a budget up to like 90 quid. He says, just tell me what you want. So he messaged us, what should I get? And I know that he likes his sherried stuff. I know he likes a bit of peat, he likes his Lagavulins and stuff. And I said, you know what? Right, it won't even be in your wheelhouse. Go for this. And he got it, and he messaged me, and he's like, that is phenomenal. And it only gets better with time. This is still early and it's pouring. It's only going to get better. So that's why I picked it. That's why I went for it. However, the twist in the tail came late in the year, and it was run really close by a bottle that beats it on cost, beats it on proof, beats it on colour. It's phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. And you'll see by how much I've got left, which is that. And it's the Benrinnes, the Signatory Vintage 100 Benrinnes, 100 proof, 57.1%. This was bottled on the 29th of November this year. It says on the back. 13 years old. And that is unbelievable value, because I paid £42 for that. £42, and you can, I don't even know if you can see the colour. I'll try and, I've not got any lights close enough to show you, but it's so dark, so rich, and so easy to drink. And the closest comparison I have for anybody in the UK is Ribena. It drinks fruity, not syrupy, but not thin, and it's the viscosity of it's there, and it's got everything you could possibly want. Benrinnes is a nice meaty, great spirit. I love a Benrinnes, and if you'd watched the Whisky show, the London, when I spoke about London and stuff, that was my drama of the show, because I got talking to someone at the Diageo stand, and they went under the table and they pulled out this like 1996 Benrinnes in a clear bottle and poured me. Oh, it's fantastic. So I'd heard this was good. If it was more readily available to people, I would say this would have been my whiskey of the year. At the tail end of the year. It's just, it beggars belief. Signatory had they were always held up in the steam as independent bottlers. And then I would say they kind of went, the lower end stuff went down, and you still had the really good, expensive stuff. I've got a Macallan there, Secret Speyside, big fancy decanter type bottle and all that, but expensive. When I picked this up, I also picked up a Secret Speyside for somebody that was leaving my company as a leaving gift. And that Secret Speyside was Macallan. Again, same proof, 57.1%. Everybody I know that tried it, loved it, and it cost me in store, not online, but in store, like £47. It's mental. And I know there's been some controversy from other independent bottlers about Signatory cutting people off at the knees by pricing what they price at. Look, they can. If they can price it at that price, please do, because it's a treat for us. It's so nice to like have a whiskey company that's not just trying to rip the arse out of the spend. Like, everybody's pockets have tightened. Everybody's buying less whiskey. How can I possibly justify buying anything else if this is what's able to be put out? Now, there's a whole separate other conversation about independent bottlers, cask pricing, the boom, the bust, all that. I get it, overhead and whatever. But can we celebrate this rather than try and diminish it? There's plenty of whiskey to go around, but oh my god, it's just phenomenal. I took this to Christmas lunch with friends, and that's why we got through so much of it. It goes really well with Tyabs, lamb chops, tandoor style. Fantastic. So those were my these two, and both peated. I don't even know. I don't think that Benrinnes is peated actually. Cherry influenced maybe, but just really enjoyed them. But I drank a lot of good whiskey this year, and I think I'd asked people on the live stream, like, should I have done it broken up? My favourite independent bottle, my favourite original bottling, whatever. So there you go. My favourite independent bottling of the year, my favourite original bottling, whatever. My favourite bourbon, they're all good, but I would go for the Old Forester 1920, because if you're in the States you can pick that up. It's a phenomenal bottle of whiskey for the price. I think it's about $50-60. Old meaty bourbon, great, easily available. Again, that was my pick. I had some great Wellers, I had some great Pappies, BTAC, I'm looking behind, Stag, had an amazing Stag, amazing Dicko, single cask. The list goes on, and you can spend a lot of time doing it. Blends, great year for blends. Again, I think everybody in the blend space is really stepping up a little bit, because I think from a price point of view, a lot of whiskey drinkers who would traditionally be buying single malts or anything like that moved on to blends for more affordable reasons. And it's nice to see that the blend quality has continued. I wouldn't say I have a favourite blend this year. I think it all depends on the moment. Orchard House is always in there. McLean's Nose is in there. Thompson Brothers, that Tesco bottle, fantastic. The sherry blend, fantastic. The woven stuff, I've got the woven number 7 here. That's delicious. There's been so much good whiskey out there. I think it's really interesting to know what you guys picked for your whiskey of the year. Did you go for something really special? Because there's been some great single cask bottles I've had this year. I've got I finally opened the Glengarry, the Adventurers bottle. Loved that, from Adelphi. I've got a great old style Benromac here. Loved that. There's just tons. Cadenheads, Enigma 16. So many good whiskies. I think we should celebrate them. I'm not going to say what the worst whiskey of the year is, because what's the point? Like, I think we're at a stage where you know what you like and you know what you don't like. There's something for everybody. What I don't like, somebody else might like. There's supermarket whiskies that sell great guns and people love. Conor McGregor's proper 12. What's that all about? You know, so that's not why I'm here. I'm not here to diminish that. But aye, it's been a great year, 2024, great year for whiskey. When I asked on the live stream, and again, this is why tuning in the live stream is quite good, because I like the feedback that you guys give me. Caution was a big one. I think a lot of people are stepping back and just waiting to see how the year goes. I think there's been some great strides made by some whiskey brands this year, where they have leaned into community and said a bit like this and said, here's quality stuff at a good price. I've got a bottle behind me, the Glasgow. This is no nonsense whiskey. This is Vin's pick with AIM. There was only 80 bottles of it. Pedro Jimenez sherry cask, 5 years old, 60.1%. I think that was 60 quid. I think it was 60 quid, and it's delicious. Glasgow have leaned into it.